In the first video, I showed you how to set up the parental controls that come with the Windows 7, but these parental controls don't allow you to control how your children access the internet and what sites they can see and who they can communicate with. I'm going to show you how to install their free tool called Family Saftey. This will allow you to better control the sites that your children can access and who they can communicate with online. It's a free package from Microsoft. I'll take you through downloading and installing all the way through configuring it. So let's get started. So first, open up a browser and do a search for Windows Live Family Saftey. It should be the first link that comes up, so just click on the link. As you can see, there's lots of languages that you could choose, including Spanish. So choose your language and click Download. When the dialog box pops up, click Run, and when the download is complete, click Run again. Now close the browser and you'll see that the Windows installer has been running in the background. So we're going to speed things up a bit, but normally it may take a few minutes. I've speeded it up. Okay, the preparation has finished. You can see that all the free Windows Live programs are available for download on the left-hand side. I recommend that you try these out. A lot of them are great, but there are some of them that can be duplicated with other free programs online. But this is a great place to start if you just got Windows 7. So I'm going to uncheck everything but Family Saftey and then press Install. This will start the installation process. For the purposes of the video, I've greatly sped up this process. It may take you a few minutes in order to get this installed. Don't worry, everything is fine. You'll notice that once the installation is complete, the installer will prompt you to change your search provider and homepage. Make sure to uncheck these unless you are willing to change these settings. Many times when you install programs, at the end of the program or at the beginning of the installation, it'll ask you to install different programs, or in the browser, you to install toolbars. That's how people get a whole bunch of toolbars at the top of their browser. So make sure that you read all the checkboxes when you're installing any program. So once I've unchecked these, I press Continue. Now, in order to use Family Saftey, you must have a Windows Live login. This page prompts you to create a login if you don't already have one. So I'm going to press Sign Up and create a new Windows Live ID. You can follow along, although I have increased the speed. So I'm just going to fill out all the fields here. Just remember to pick a password that your child is not going to be able to guess. Your username will be a live.com email address, or you can choose to have it be a Hotmail address. I recommend having it be a Live instead of Hotmail. Actually, what I recommend is not using Live or Hotmail, but using Google. That'll be in another training on how to set up a Google account. But for this purpose, you set up a Live or Hotmail email address in order to access a Live account. Once you're finished with the Live account setup, click the Windows icon in the lower left-hand corner and run Family Saftey. If you don't see the Family Saftey icon, then search for it in the field that is right above the icon and launch the program. Sign in with your Live ID and password. Click Sign In. This takes you to a page where you choose which account to monitor. Make sure your child's account has a check mark next to it and click Save. Once the settings are saved, click the link to familysafety.live.com. This takes you to a web page where you can manage the safety settings for your Windows Live Family Saftey account. Okay, now we are in the account management page, and you can see that both the administrator account and the child account are visible. Now click on Edit Settings. Here you can see the settings and reports that are available. For instance, there is web filtering settings, there's activity reports, there's contact management settings, and also you can see any requests that your child has made to access any item that has been blocked. Because the filter is not perfect, it will block some things that are appropriate for your child to see, and he can easily request that you unblock this content. So click Web Filtering. So this is where you can turn on and off web filtering, and you can set up filtering for strict, basic, or custom filters. Strict allows only specific child sites, and everything else will be blocked, so only specific sites will your child be able to get to. Basic is probably the most common used, and it's going to block any adult content. And custom is where you set up all the blocking for what categories you want blocked and also what specific sites you want blocked. With any of these settings, you can also choose other categories and choose specific sites that are blocked if you choose to really get in there, or if there's a site that you don't want your child to go to, which is currently unblocked, you can easily block them from those sites. Also used for grounding them. So if you have a child on, say, Facebook, and you want to ground them for a week from using Facebook, you can easily go in and block just that one site. Okay, as an example, I'm going to block Best Buy by typing in the web address and clicking block. Now click Activity Report. Here is where you can see what sites your child has been visiting. It'll also show you any blocked sites that your child tried to get to. Under Contact Management, you can set up who your child can communicate with online through either email or Windows Messenger. And under Requests is where you'll see any unblocked requests that your child has sent you. So now let's log off and log into the child account to see how that has changed the internet experience that your child will see. So I'm logging in to the child account. I'm going to launch a web browser and try to go to bestbuy.com. As you can see, the Family Safety has blocked the site as we set up in the administrator account. And it gives me the option to ask for permission by email or in person. Since I don't have the email set up, I'm going to click to ask in person. And this will make a dialog box appear letting you put in the administrator email and password and allowing you to either allow or deny that website. So now let's launch a web browser again. And as you can see, it now allows bestbuy.com through the child account. Well, I hope this helps you with making your computer safer for your children.